pros at
fun.
this, man. 2 Chainz.
What's up, y'all?
What's up,
good,
big dog?
man?
You good?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Man, everything is good on this end.
Hey, that last night, you know we was locked in last night.
Y'all were checking it out.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I ain't like how he had like the entourage. Even though we rock with both of y'all, but it was like he had all the cheerleaders there. He had the family, the whole 1,009 people.
He got the massage going on. I said, oh hell no.
It seemed like he planned all that out.
It was epic. I don't know. You know, I can't be sure on what he planned out. I wasn't in his huddle or in his corner. I just know that we stuck to our guns. We stuck to the script on what we wanted to do, the point, and the message that we wanted to get across. And it didn't matter who went first or second. I was never. My list has been picked for 2 weeks now, and you know, I enjoyed myself. You know what I'm saying? Although I liked, what he did with the massage, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to do nothing. Like, everything that I did, that's something that I would have done.
Yeah.
Now, a couple things. The first thing was I forgot how many records you have. Because every time you was hitting them, it was kind of boom, boom, boom. And then you was performing them like how you perform. You know what I'm talking about? I could see he had the verse going. You ain't had no verse, really. It was like your show version.
Yeah, TV track. And see, I don't. He probably has TV track. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what he had going on. But for me, I was dead serious about this. I rehearsed for this. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I'm not a normal person. This meant a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? I studied this catalog. I was very studious about this. I was very aware of the moment. I was aware of, who could be watching at any given time. So, I know who I am. Sometimes you have to connect the dots with the fan base and everything. It's been like that for me, for years. But I've always been confident in who I am, and always been like, if you don't know, you slow type of stuff. So that's all I was trying to exemplify last night. Let them know, like, it don't matter who all in the room. You know what I'm saying? That I'm him. I'm Shawty. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play with me by that. And that's all.
I absolutely agree. Yesterday was one of the best verses that I've actually seen, and I'm not just saying that just because we're talking to you right now. But do you think that the people forgot or lost touch of actually how many records and how deep your catalog is?
I don't know. I don't know. Some people have. I have fans too. You know what I'm saying? I have fans that could have picked up probably 20 more. You know what I'm saying? So this whole thing with verses has been something that's actually helping us get through this whole COVID pandemic, because it's a celebration of, musical geniuses from whatever era. And it's an educational thing where it speeds you up to what's going on. It's a reminder. You got to think, my first solo album came out in 2012. My first solo album was 2012, which, thanks to God, it got nominated for a Grammy. Ross been out since maybe I think 2005 or 2004. So mine wasn't like going catalog with him, because that wouldn't make sense. This whole thing was about me just having, that's how I knew my list had been picked for 2 weeks. I just knew I had, I got my 20 hits ready. That's what we did. But I enjoyed it, man. I love doing it with him, because I originally asked Meek to do it and he declined. And so Swiss came to me with the Ross thing. So, I couldn't decline. So I was happy it was him, because we been in the studio working on my album and his project for a couple months anyway. So it was good energy.
Now, is there anybody that you want to see in the verses that you haven't saw yet?
I want to see T.I. and Drake. I mean, I want to see Drake and Lil Wayne, actually.
Like, is there anybody, R&B, old school, it doesn't matter who it is, that you would personally like to see in the verses?
I want to see Drake and Wayne.
Drake, man.
I don't think he's going to do it.
Drake catalog, crazy, man. Who would I like to see, man? I like, man, I know this sounds crazy. I like Mary J. Blige, man. Stuff like
Mary
that.
versus who?
When they be doing them. I don't know. I just like these people. And I would like for them to, like,
Mary and Monica,
participate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Dipset. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who they would go against. You know what I'm saying? It's just like You said G Unit?
Ooh, that'll be a hard one.
But they don't all get along, so how that's gonna happen?
True. That'll be a hard.
Yeah, you gotta be able to get in the same room and vibe together, man. Can't be no smoke, no post beef, and people getting sniped on the way out.
I got this last comment for you, big dog. One thing that I always love that you do, you show love to our boy Schoolie. You know, that's our personal partner.
Family.
I heard that shout out. And I just love the chemistry that you have with Issa. That's our personal partner too. Like, I just think it's important for like, just people like Schoolie and Issa just to get they flowers. And I love that you always give it to them. Like you do it effortlessly. You feel me?
Nah, yeah, man. Schoolie is somebody that I want to be bigger than me. I pray he be bigger and richer than me because he's just more talented than I am. Sud is somebody that I've, been around for a decade, saw and watched him grow, watched him grind, watch him become the network expert that he is. So I want the best for him. I've watched him grow into a man, a father, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate Sud. I appreciate everybody around, but I appreciate bro. And, I appreciate y'all for like rocking with me and my team, you know what I mean? Looking out for Sleepy. Both takes was super solid. I want to tell y'all, I want to give y'all roses too, like, stepping out on faith, just seeing something that people ain't really seeing yet. I appreciate that. I want to tell y'all that too before we got into something else. I appreciate what y'all doing for Sleepy.
Oh yeah, that's our boy.
Always, man. Yeah, all them over there.
I think we need to ask them about the Hawks though, bro. What's going on with the Hawks, big dog? Like, you a basketball guy, so I need to ask you your opinion.
I have some ownership of the Skyhawks, but I am in the Hawks business a little bit. And I just know that we are trying to, hopefully get the first pick. And then we'll just go from there.
Now, I see J. Cole might have a trial coming with the Pistons. Is there a 2 Chainz trial coming with the Hawks?
I want to see you hoop, but I want to see you hoop with the Hawks. You won one game.
At least one game. You know what that would do for the culture?
Can we do a petition?
Even if it's for the Skyhawks, you know what that would do for the culture of the city?
That would be fine to see you come down and hit a three.
Nah, Tech always had that idea, man. For me, I'm dead ass serious. I'm a super duper like. If this is what I'm gonna do, then I can't do the rap thing. I'm gonna have to start training. I'm gonna have to stop smoking for real. You can't play and think you're gonna go out there and play. You know what I'm saying? With people that do this for real, or you're gonna get smashed and embarrassed. And so for me to be on that, it's gonna take at least at the minimum a year to just clean myself out and know like this is what we're doing. We training on cardio. You got people that's just getting out there and pulling their hamstring and stuff like that. Like it's a different speed. Mm-hmm. I've played with NBA players. It's just a different speed than, LA Fitness. So right now, I could be MVP of LA Fitness or on the LA Fitness. But just thinking you're going to go out there with somebody that's been playing and working and training and get your rocks off, man, you're going to get. But J. Cole, secretly, he been training, though. Like, we've seen him.
Okay, see, I didn't know.
So, yeah, he ain't just – he been definitely doing some shooting drills and a bunch of stuff like that. So that's just different. But you still got to go out there. You got to stick somebody. Yeah, you got to guard somebody. You got to know where to be when the ball away from you. You got to know what to do when you pass the ball where you got to go.
Never mind.
That's the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like it sound cool. And I can still do all of those things mentally. My body just probably ain't finna just be moving when it's supposed to. You dig what I'm saying? So that's all that was. It was a dope idea. Maybe, man, a few years ago, I probably would have took it more seriously. But as time move on and I get old and stuff like that, it's just a dream that just look like it ain't gonna happen unless it's one of them teacher versus student basketball games and if we go up there and play.
Now let's talk new record. Talk to us about that. We see you got the band. It just a super dope concept overall. So let's talk about the new record.
Moneymaker is my new single off my upcoming album called So Help Me God. It's featuring Lil Weezy. It's the Southern University band. I went to a HBCU. A lot of us did. for me, I'm a thinker and just trying to come up with a concept and also be disruptive. We've all sampled songs before, but we've never used that halftime vibe, that, that black school homecoming halftime vibe. Like, some people used to go to the game just for halftime. You know what I mean? Even in Atlanta, we got, I went to McNair, Southwest DeKalb, North Clayton, a lot of these schools, it's the same thing. You know what I mean? High schools, it's the same vibe on that band. So, the concept came with that, you know what I mean? And no one knew that we wouldn't be able to have homecoming this year, but
yeah, that sucks.
I mean, it's still a vibe for me. I feel like it's very, very disruptive. As soon as you hear it, it just does something to your soul. It does something to your nerves. It makes you really appreciate and just, the whole nostalgia, just looking at the dance team and just the whole vibe, you know what I mean?
Right. Now, speaking of that and the times that we're going through with Corona and everything, with touring, shows, everything being shut down, how important do you think as an artist it is to stay creative and actually keep putting out music and everything during these times?
Yeah, you have no choice but to be creative. It forces you to be creative because you can't cast for videos, you can't shoot, you can't do a lot of things that you normally do, you know what I mean? People were, renting a lot of stuff, and it's just a lot of things that you're not able to do at the moment. So right now, it forces you to use the things that you have to get what you want. You know what I mean? It forces you to be more creative, and I love just going the extra mile to think of something, crazy and, out the box. So for me, I loved it.
You said something funny last night on your verses. You said, we getting old, man. We're going to have to use the bathroom soon.
Yeah, that's right.
What is something that, that you would tell a younger version of you right now? Like, if you were going through this pandemic, like, what would you tell a younger version of yourself right now?
I'm a different person than I was, 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's hard for me, for me to be an example for my younger artists. I just have to show them. I can't talk to them because I was on some of the same foolishness. So, back then during the pandemic, you probably couldn't tell me to sit in no house. You know what I'm saying? To be real, you know what I mean? Nice. I was jugging, so I was still gonna make them plays and probably be making more plays since all this stuff going on. You know what I mean? So I can't tell you what I would be doing. I can tell you that I thank God for getting me to where I am now in life, and just being able to reflect on some of those things, whether they were wise or not, and be able to still be relevant, have cultural relevancy, whether it's on Most Expensivest, whether it's at the Skyhawks game, whether it's out rapping somebody's favorite rapper. I'm still a part of it. I'm still breathing. I still feel good. I still look good. Health is wealth. I smell good. I'm popping.
Now, 2020, November is coming up. A major time that we are actually going through right now. What is your take on everything that's going on with the millennials, the younger demographic? People like myself who don't really like to get involved or don't want to get involved in the vote and who thinks their vote doesn't matter. What is your take on that?
We need to just try to change the narrative. We don't need another 4 years of what we just went through, all the disgrace and stupidity. So I suggest that everybody try to vote just for something different. You know what I mean? I can't say it's something better, but just something different. It's just time to vote. I mean, white or black, man, you definitely have to make sure that your voice is heard, especially us black people, though, not being happy or content with what's going on. It's very important to get out and use your voice to be heard.
Okay. Before we get up out of here, I gotta get out my chair. Me and DC got this debate going on, big dog. I know LeBron is your guy, right? I don't know who you going for the playoffs, but I'm going Clippers. I'm going Clippers because they got two very important wing guys. You feel me? Like, they play defense, perimeter defense. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, perennial in their prime defensive players. The Lakers, if you've been watching the bubble play, have not scored over 100 points this whole bubble. I think they're in trouble.
Now, my take on this, I used to hoop. I played college ball. So the Clippers have a tougher time getting to the Western Conference Finals. First round, they're even going to have to play the Mavericks. They're not winning. They're not sweeping the Mavericks. They're going 4, 5, 6 games, guaranteed. Second round, they have to play the Nuggets or the Rockets, they're going another 6-7 games. Fatigue takes a toll on you, and you got 2 star players who are injury prone. So I don't even think they're going to the finals, the Western Conference Finals. And if they do go to the Western Conference Finals, I don't feel like that their legs will be enough for the Lakers.
Who you picking, big dog?
You know I'm picking. You don't know I'm a Lakers
fan.
I'm a Lakers fan. Man,
okay,
let me tell you this. Let me be honest with you. I'm a Hawks fan. I'm born in Atlanta. I'm a Hawks fan. Always will be. My father was a fan of Magic Johnson and the Lakers. So it just happened to work out that LeBron was a friend of mine and he ended up going to the Lakers. But I was a fan of the Hawks and the Lakers when LeBron wasn't there, before Kobe got there with Eddie and Van Exel and a lot of those guys. So I've been a fan of them. And just to fast forward to what DC's saying, I ain't even think about, what it's going to take or who they got to go through to get there. I just know when it's time to turn up and be a robot, that's what LeBron turned into.
Making an emotional pick. Okay. That's fine. Same thing he doing.
That's not emotional. That's being real.
We're done. It's cool.
No,
that's an emotional pick.
But listen, now, before we get up out of here, is there a date on the album?
September. That's all I know right now.
Now, what can people expect? What can your fans expect from this album that will be different from anything else that 2 Chainz has dropped in the past?
Definitely, the production is different. I got my 1 or 2 personal songs where I touch on what's going on with me in my life. I have another anthem outside of Moneymaker that's, just as fun.
Can we get that first?
Moneymaker ain't even a day. Moneymaker ain't even a day old, man.
Agreed. I'm just talking about like when the time comes, just to break it over here.
I got you. You got it. I got you.
We texting right now.
Yeah, the album. I got some cool features. I mean, I got this joint with Kevin Gates I really like.
Oh, that's hard.
I got one with Chief Keef and Uzi that I really like.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I got some songs I'm really excited about.
Now, can we get how many tracks are going to be in the album?
I don't know yet, man. Damn, I done told y'all all that, man. Now leave me alone now.
Come on, man, we family, man.
That's it. Cat's out the bag.
No boring interview now.
Yeah, we ain't trying to be like everybody else, okay?
So you know.
Well, listen, man, we really, really appreciate it. It's always love, OG.
All right, man. I appreciate the love, man. Drop that new joint, bro.
Always.
We got you, big dog.
All right, one.
All right.